Are you looking to get business credit and turn it into cash? Well, I have the answer for you. I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, and it was very unintentional. Like, I just fell into this method. So at the beginning of this year, I turned my notary business into an LLC. And since I have a banking relationship with Wells Fargo, I was like, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and open a checking account, business checking account with Wells Fargo. So that's what I did. So after weeks, maybe even a month of trying to secure an appointment at Wells Fargo, I finally get the chance to sit down with my banker, and, he's entering all the information for the paperwork to start the business checking account. And I was like, I've been thinking about getting a credit card, a business credit card. I don't have one with Wells Fargo. I have like ones with other places because I like their reward points and stuff like that a lot more. And he was like, oh man, I was just about to talk to you about a credit card, because as I'm going through your application, it says that you're pre-approved for this business credit card, and there's no hard inquiry on your credit. And I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, are you telling me I got approved for a credit card already, and all you got to do is click yes or no if I want to accept it, and there's no hard inquiry on my personal credit? So they're just going to run it? I just started this business like 2 weeks ago, and I'm already approved? And he was like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I was like, I don't necessarily believe you. I'm not giving you permission to run my credit and make a hard inquiry. Like, I'm not signing any paperwork. And he was like, yeah, that's correct. It's just a soft pull, and you're already pre-approved. And I was like, okay, well, I was going to get a credit card anyway, so let's do it. So he ended up clicking yes or whatever on whatever they see. And I got pre-approved right then and there. No hard inquiry, just a soft pull on my credit. I got pre-approved for $20,000. And I was asking, like, why is it so easy? Why is this, like, that's crazy. And he was like, man, I think it's just because you have good credit. You have a long relationship with us, and it's just that easy. I was like, that's crazy. Like, you guys are like the only one to do this. So, I ended up getting a credit card that day. Well, obviously not that day. They have to ship it off to you. But getting approved for a business credit card up to $20,000. And the LLC was only open for like 2 weeks. And I didn't have to personally guarantee it. It's unsecured. Like, nothing gets better than this. But there's even more. I'm not going to go over the credit card, but it's the Wells Fargo Business Platinum Credit Card. It has some cool stuff, and what stood out to me was the 9 months of 0% introductory rate, APR. So, but I'm not going to go over all the nitty-gritty details, because what I am going to go over is how to turn the business credit into cash. Like, I was able to actually get cash in my hand from this card. And I didn't even know. Like I just said, I fell into this. And I ended up going to YouTube University, and like Googling how this is possible and if it's like legal, like the right way. You know what I mean? So when you get approved for this business credit card, they're going to send you convenience checks. Okay. And these convenience checks, it's probably like 3 or 4 of them. They're, used to pay whatever. You can take them to a vendor of your choice. You can pay yourself, right? Like, you can do anything. And I saw a couple YouTube videos saying, like, this is how you can get cash out from your business credit, because in business credit, it doesn't affect your personal credit. So you can have a higher business credit, like debt to income ratio, or, ratio, and it not affect your credit score, your personal credit score. A lot of us want to protect our personal credit score, and have multiple businesses that are in good business debt. And so I was like, okay, cool. Well, before the notary stuff, I had actually used my personal expenses, like my personal money, to pay for startup costs, right? Because I didn't start an LLC before starting notary. Like, I wanted to see how it was going to go, if I'm going to start cash flowing and stuff. So I used my own money, and I kept all the receipts and all that good stuff. And advertising, I have it online, like QuickBooks and all that stuff. So I have the documentation of how much I actually spent. And so I was like, well, I wonder, I used my personal credit card. I was like, well, dang, I ran that up like, you know, a couple thousand just to start the business. So like, let's see if I can, you know, just transfer the business debt to my personal debt, or the personal debt to the business debt, because, you know, I kind of want to pay myself back and boost my credit score back up a little bit. And so that's exactly what I did. That convenience check I'm talking about, I literally just wrote it to myself. Put it in the business bank account. And I was like, okay, is this gonna work? Like, this is ridiculous, right? And yeah, I mean, it took like 5 days maybe for it to clear. And once it cleared, I was like, holy shit. So I literally just wrote a check from a credit card to my business checking. So I turned it into straight cash, homie, cash. And what did I do with that? When it went to cash, I just paid off my personal credit card with the amount that I started my business with. So all the stuff that I can document, say it's $2,500, all the documentation I have for $2,500, that's what I transferred to my personal debt as startup costs. And yeah, now my personal debt credit is way down, and my now that is on my credit card, but I get 9 months of 0% interest, right? And I still have other convenience checks. This was super cool. Now I guess you're like, what's the catch? The only catch was that there was they call it was it a cash advance fee? I think it was a cash advance fee is what they call it. But with the convenience checks, you have to pretty much pay a cash advance fee because you're pretty much just turning it into cash at that time. The cash advance fee for this was 4%. So $2,500, right? 4%, it's $100. I'm going to take $100 to turn business credit into cash. I'm going to take that. So $100, and especially over 9 months, you think of it as like an interest rate, right? Over 9 months, that's literally pennies to the dollar. So I thought this was a great move. Pay my business startup costs back, get the ball rolling, 9 months interest free, no hard inquiry. Like, what? I don't understand why you wouldn't do this. Like, this is amazing. So if you just started a business, probably should check out Wells Fargo. Get your relationship going with them. Open a personal account, right? Maybe open a business account if you already have a business. And then once you start a new business, open a business checking account, and you might already be pre-approved for a credit card. And once you get that credit card, use these convenience checks to turn it into cash. And, you know, yeah. That's I don't know what gets better than this. Like, this is amazing, you know. It's hard because, like, right now we're in the process for real estate turning the garage into an ADU. And what's tricky about this is the contractor's not really accepting credit card. So we had a plan of paying, you know, half in cash and half in credit to start building business credit, and then just paying the credit card off. But he's like, you know, they charge interest fees 3%. And I was like, yeah, I totally get that. And so this is a great way, you know, to pay a contractor. If your LLC is in the real estate and you guys are trying to flip, this is an amazing way right here. You know, up to $20K. I could have wrote a convenience check for $20K and turned it into cash, straight cash to my bank account. That's amazing. So, yeah, this is how you guys do it. If you want more tips on how to grow your business and build wealth through business, follow the Misguided Podcast. Catch you on the other side.